could be the opportunity of your lifetime. If you've been dreaming of building wealth, buying your first home, or just securing your financial future, you need to watch this video. Let's talk about what's happening in the United States right now and how it can make you rich. For context, I'm a self-made millionaire who teaches you how to win with money. If you've been reading the news, then you've probably seen some of these headlines that say we are headed for a huge stock market crash. Maybe the biggest one of our lifetime. At the end of this video, I'm going to share with you how this can make you rich, but only if you follow the steps that I lay out first. This is how you're going to prepare to be in the best position possible to take advantage of this opportunity. Now, first, I want to get into why they believe this crash is coming, because it goes against a lot of what we're seeing in the stock market right now. The S&P 500, which is an index or list of companies we look at to get a general idea of how the US stock market is performing, is up almost 10% in just the last 6 months, which means if you had started investing just 6 months ago, you would have already made a 10% return on your money. When people see stocks doing well, they get FOMO and they jump in thinking that in the short term, it can only go up. And sometimes it does, but sometimes it doesn't. People think stocks going down is a bad thing, but recessions make millionaires if you know what you're doing. And now I need you to remember, it's not if the stock market crashes, it's when. Markets are cyclical. Prices go up and down a lot in the short term. Sometimes they drop a lot, but in the long term, the market as a whole has always gone up. And if you're ready for the opportunity of when these crashes happen, you can make a lot of money. So why are they predicting a crash for 2024? Number one, the Fed raised rates 11 times from 2022 to 2023. And it can take upwards of 12 months to feel the effects of those rate increases in the economy. That timeline means we would see problems in the economy in mid-2024. Number two, credit card debt has reached record highs in the US. And if people don't have money to spend, companies won't make as much. If companies don't make as much, the value of their stock can go down. Number three, mortgage delinquency rates are rising. This means more people are missing their mortgage payments. Usually when people are in financial distress, they will miss payments on everything else, the credit cards, the auto loans, the student loans. They'll miss out on all of those things first before the mortgage because they don't want to risk losing their shelter. Number four, the wars are causing geopolitical risk. Number five, inflation isn't under control yet. This could mean higher rates or higher rates for longer. The entire point of raising interest rates is to take money out of the economy, meaning the government doesn't want you to have money to spend. If you don't have money to spend, companies don't make money. Now, I am not an economist, but anecdotally working with thousands of women in their finances, I can say that today, people are having a lot harder of a time financially. I am seeing a lot more people struggling, and typically at worse levels due to the increased cost of living. Maybe I'm wrong, but I do think that we are headed for some sort of crash or correction. So if a crash is coming, what do you do? Number one, if you're already invested, don't freak out. If you are following the strategies that I teach, like not putting all your eggs in one basket, diversifying, investing for the long term, then what happens today isn't really impacting you. Like let's say you're 25 and you're investing for retirement at 65 years old, that's 40 years away. If the market crashed for 40 years and never recovered, we would have much bigger things to worry about than the value of our stock portfolio. In 40 years, what happens today will be nothing more than a blip on the map. The average time from a major crash to a recovery is typically about 2.5 years. Number two, if you are not invested, but you are looking to start, the best thing you can do for yourself right now is to get your financial house in order. Because if you aren't able to save, then you don't have money to invest. So you're going to pay off your high interest debts. You're going to save your emergency fund. You're going to start managing your cash flow. Number three, if you want to take advantage of this opportunity, you need to learn how to invest. Investing is simple, but just picking any random stock can be the reason why you lose money. I don't only teach my students about how to choose the right investments or the best investments, but I also teach them about the best accounts to use so you pay less in tax. I teach them about market cycles and market psychology, because making money is great, but not losing it is even better. Number four, what you're going to start doing is building an opportunity fund. While I do believe that it's impossible to time the market 100%, right? We don't want to time the market. We want to spend time in the market, because only by looking back in time can we see when the absolute perfect time to buy was. But if you have money, and the perfect opportunity presents itself, like maybe this upcoming crash, then maybe you can make a lot of money. So personally, what I'm doing with my investments right now is I am continuing to dollar cost average into my regular long-term investments. This essentially just means putting in smaller amounts over time, or like a little bit each paycheck. The theory with this is sometimes you buy when prices are higher, sometimes you buy when prices are lower, but ultimately you end up in the middle at the average. For long-term investing, this can be a really good strategy. The second thing I'm doing is lump sum investing into REIT ETFs. They're lower right now, and I want to take advantage of the eventual recovery. Number 3, I have an opportunity fund. This is about half of what I would typically invest, and I will utilize this when I see a good opportunity to make a lot of money come up in the short term. If you want to learn more about building out your financial plan and how to make money while you sleep and how to manage your money and how to save more money without giving up everything that you love, I'm your girl. Grab a spot in one of our free trainings. They're incredible. They go toe-to-toe with our paid trainings. Check them out on our website, or you can apply to work with me as your 7-figure mentor. Let's make you rich.